Prabhu is a good friend of mine.
अरे ये प्रभु ने
इसका BMS बढ़ा दिया तुम? मैं ये बोला जाता है जोश का बुला नहीं पाए।
My name is Ajit Deshpande. I work for HSBC as a technology manager.
And to add one more special introduction about Ajit is that he is an official yoga guru for all of us. If you want to know about yoga, he's the person to talk to.
In his way.
In his way. Yeah. Yeah. If you try to apply your brain when he is teaching, be sure that you are going to get a VJ. So don't apply your brain when you are learning yoga from him. And rest assured that you are going to be very healthy body and mind and peaceful every day once you learn yoga from him. So keep going.
Shekhar Deshkar, I work for a startup called I'm Rajesh, I work for Calsop. And anything else?
Yeah.
Long story.
The video would be taken from this webcam.
Why from this webcam?
So I will set up all things there.
We will start from here, so you can hear and see the face of the
चलिए, your turn for introduction.
हाँ चल रहा है इधर आ रहा है एक मिनट
You heard four of us talking. We just came in. So you can start. Introduction.
अच्छा एक कॉफी कर लो
Or anybody from this side. You heard us talking. So you can start. Actually, some people are joined new, so they are not. So
My name is Nandan Vaidya. Actually, I run a company called Asylum Group, which is part of 4 companies actually, in wide variety of things, wherein I run 6 retail shops. I also run a consultancy for management consultancy, and I also run India's biggest college in wellness and beauty. My name is Nandan Vaidya.
ये Y4D वाला ये
I'm a IT engineer. I'm working with Expert Technologies. I'm at Oracle DB.
Esther,
Oracle DB.
which company?
Expert Technologies.
My name is Neha Saloka. I work as a system engineer at TCS.
My name is Manika Kazare. I work at Stockholder as a officer.
Okay, so before we move next, when we do this introduction, at the end I pick up, or maybe somebody can pick up anyone to at least take everybody's name. So be very attentive. At least remember the names. Don't beat the process. Yeah, keep going.
My name is Devi Soni. I'm working with Accenture since 1 year. Before that, I was in TCS and I'm working with SAP BI.
So
My name is Nikhil Zagor. I'm here for the first time. I was working with Cognizant Technical Solutions.
Hello everyone. My name is Pranav.
Yeah, I'm Girish Deshmukh. Currently, I'm working with Synergy as senior software engineer. So I'm associated in the Chai party for since last year.
Good, good.
I'm Anil Patel. I'm working with TCS.
Any prior association with Y4D? Mention that. If this is first time.
Hi, I'm Sushil Kapat. I'm in Geometric working as a senior software engineer and I'm associated with Y4D for last 1 year.
Hello everyone, myself Piyush Agrawal. I work with KPIT Technologies as product owner.
First time in Y4D.
Last 5 months. So, myself Kapur Nande. I have my own business of supplying of automation product. And I am with Y4D from last year.
Hello.
Hi, I am Deepak. I'm working at TCS from last 2 years.
Hi, this is Vijay. I am working in TCS.
Hi, this is Sachin, working with TCS and I joined the Y4D, I think since January 2015.
Hi everyone, myself Suman Gupta. I'm with TCS for the past 2 years. I work at CRM technology.
So majority is from TCS looks like.
We are the tie with TCS.
You can have separate chapter Y4D TCS.
Hi, my name is Abhishek Wadi. I'm presently working with Infosys as a system engineer. I have been associated with Y4D for the last 2 years.
I'm Tejas Sudhiri. First time Y4D, and I'm pursuing virtual engineering. Hi, my name is Kaustubh Kulkarni. I'm working with Mark's company as a finance analyst. So first time here.
Yeah, hi, I'm Akshay Deshpande. I'm working at Infosys as a team lead. I'm connected to Y4D and Namo via Praful Bhaiya and Shubhya.
Yeah.
Hello, my name is Abhinandan Patil. I'm working with Persistent Systems. First time here.
Hello everyone, my name is Abhi Jain. I'm practicing data accounting. Our course specializes in project funding and business consultancy. First meet at
I'm Gyatendra Chopra. By profession, I'm a chartered accountant. I work for a bank called Credit Suisse, and I'm here for the first time.
I'm Shiv Singh, Y4D volunteer. What do you do other than volunteer?
No, that's okay.
Yeah, everybody said about their professions. You can choose to say my profession is a secret one. I don't want to reveal it to you.
So I work as a marketing consultant to an IT company and a design company. And apart from this, I have a small, kind of freelancer, the marketing automation.
So let's pass the ball to the anchor now. He's waiting for last 15 minutes. Okay, so I missed my introduction. So I'm Rahul. I'm working in TCS as an SAP consultant for the past 2 years. So yeah, that's basically it. This is my first event in Y4D. So nice to have you all here in the inaugural session of Y4D, young thinkers. What Y4D does is basically helps to provide a platform for the youth who wants to be an integral part of the democratic system. So prior to the start of the event, I would request Apurva to give the bouquet to Bijesh. Bijesh is here as a representative of Fearless Indian, who is our media partner.
Oh. The bouquet.
Right.
That's okay. You can do it on that side itself. Pass it on.
And camera is ready, right?
That's most important.
Next would be Mr. Praful Nikam, who is the president of Y4D. I would like Deepak to give the bouquet.
And somebody should click.
And somebody take the picture.
Come.
Next, I would like our chief guest, Mr. Abhay Jere, to receive a bouquet from Vinod Rai. Call him Dr. Abhay Jere.
He's a doctor.
Dr. Abhay Jere. So the session today would be divided into two parts. The first would be an introductory session by Mr. Prapanikam, who is who works at BMC Software. So he will basically explain the motive behind the foundation of Y4D thinkers and like what's the idea behind Y4D. So I will request Mr. Prapanikam to start on with his presentation.
Okay. Yeah, so there is no presentation actually, and I will take less time. Okay. First of all, you all have feedback form, so note down all feedback for me. That's very important because you will find out a lot of mistakes and you will not remember that later on actually. So thank you all for this your presence at inaugural session of our Young Thinker series. Now, first question will be when you come here, most of the people are associated with Y4D for like 1 year, and we are doing one or other activity. But question is, what is Y4D? First question is Y4D, and then second question will be, what is this series actually all about? So let me start with a brief history of my own life. In around 2009, I was in Bahrain actually, and I landed in a country where no one knows me. But as a young, but when I say young, please don't get offended. It's not about age. It's all about the whether you are the enthusiasm, to change the society. And when you say change the society, whether it's in a positive manner. So you are age of person is 60 and he is ready to change the society in positive manner, then he is a young for us. Okay, so young don't relate with age or something or color of hairs and all those things. Okay, so that should be yeah, so that's nothing to do with it. So because when I was in Bahrain, a lot of people associated with us was like 60 years. When I was working in Mumbai, one guy was 95 age guy was coming daily morning, and we are part of a lot of activity. So young don't get associated with age; it's get associated with passion. So when I was in Bahrain, what we done actually, we created a small group where there no work, and we'll go on weekends for here and there in the malls and all places. And then we will contribute money because we hire cars and all those things. So what we done, we said, okay, we are doing anyway, spending a lot of money, so take out some money, and it was two Bahraini dinars actually, and that will become like, because we are 10 people, so it will become 20 dinars kind of thing amount, and then we'll give that 20 dinar to temples for prasad and all those things. Then we got involved with Indian communities. So what we done with that, we participated in blood donation camp and all this thing. There was already 100 people, so we knew 10 people joined, and then what happened? It became the one and 10 people actually. And this journey continued when I was in Bahrain for 1.5 years. And it was a very small thing we were doing actually, and we always thought, yeah, it is not impacting anybody. It's because we have time and we have some extra money in the foreign land, so we are doing all those things. But when I arrived back in Mumbai, I got a lot of messages actually. When next year they have the blood donation camp, they were saying, okay, this year we are not got 110 people, we are restricted to 85, 90, because we are 10, and then we done some social media campaign, office campaign, and more 10 people more joined actually. So then I realized actually, if we form a team, it's going to help us. But that again, we thought we given up. Then suddenly anti-corruption movement started, and everyone sitting here was part of that corruption movement, right? One or other way. Then Black Money campaign started by Baba Ramdev. Again, we participated in that campaign. Then election time come, so we started with voter registration. Some of the people in our team come up with idea, why we don't go and register, do the voter registration. We are not aware what is voter registration all about, how to start the process, what are the obstacles, but we started actually. There was a 40 people team at that time with all of us, and we done around, I think, 20,000 around registration, and then 70,000 was able to vote actually, because and then we figure out actually how to connect with corporates and all those things was going on. Then election come, and we know what we all were doing actually in election time. We were doing a lot of things, but when we stop after election, we stop. Everybody stopped actually because there was no activity. Then people, some are here, some are not here. So we started thinking, what next? So then we realized we were never a corruption crusader. We were young, we want to change, but we were never a corruption crusader. We were never a black money crusader. Neither we were a voter registration volunteer, or nor we are the political campaigners. Then who we are actually? So we were the young people who want to do something. And I think most of the people who sitting here want to do something, and that's why you are here. But then if a lot of youth people want to do something, what is the problem actually? Why they are not coming ahead? And we realize we have 2-3 main problems. One is we don't have platforms. Now when I say we don't have platform, so that means actually there are a lot of platforms. I can go to a lot of political organization, I can go to a lot of social organization, I can go to a lot of even spiritual organizations, and they will provide me the platform. But problem there is they will provide me a platform, but they will not accept my ideas actually. What they will say, come here, join us and volunteer for my activity. That's the simple motive. But that I don't want to do because I am a young, so I consider myself as a king. I have new ideas, and that's all with everyone. So first problem is platform. Second problem with brand actually, brand and social media presence. So most of the time when your new activity we start, we created Facebook pages, we post here, we created some brand, like there was a brand called Oat Pune 2 years back. Then we just done some help to the Vanwasi people for the food, cloth collection. That time we floated some brand name actually, and we were always doing that. So there was no consistent brand, and that's why we were never got recognized. And third biggest obstacle for everyone, actually youth and anyone, is a legal obstacle. Because doing a social activity is very easy if you are standing somewhere, but when you come to dealing with money, dealing with legal permissions, you need a legal structure, NGO and all kind of structure. And these are the 3 reasons that most of the youth stay at home or they don't get actively participate. So what we decided, okay, we have now team of 10, 15, what maybe number of the people. So let's first try for a legal setup actually. And then we started a legal process, how to set up the company, NGO actually, Y4D NGO. It took around 1 year for us. We spent a lot of money. And finally, I'm happy to announce that on Friday, we got final confirmation that Y4D is a registered trust now. So it will Y4D Foundation will work as a legal registered trust as an NGO. So now Y4D, and then when we said we are an NGO, most people ask me, okay, what you are going to do? Because NGO can go to schools, NGO can do XYZ. So we said, no, we are not going to do anything. We are a platform. People will come, any youth want to do something, he will come to my platform. He will present his idea. Okay, I have this idea. He may have 3-4 people team. Okay, so he can start this idea on my platform. He need not to wait for permission, nothing. All legal structure we will provide. Social media structure we will provide resources. If you want volunteer, we will provide resources. So we will work as a platform basically. So we don't have any limitation. Anybody among you also, if you want, like have some idea. A lot of people come. I think Girish and these guys come. There is Marathwada. There is a drought crisis is going on. Can we do something? So my first question was, do you have minimum at least set up some team, or minimum you are ready to own that activity? If yes, we can go ahead. Now Young Thinkers event is same actually. This series is same. Few people came. They said, we have the one idea. We should start this. We said, okay, are you going to own this activity? Because I'm not going to own this activity. I'm already in the legal and all those. So they said, yeah, we can own. And then we are seeing the people standing here. Actually, they are anchoring and doing all this thing. Most of them is the first event. So we should clap for them also because they are taking it. So this is the first part of actually what is the Y4D. So it will be a platform. So you have any idea, anything which is related to social, so helping to society, nation, or awareness kind of thing, you think like there is a big data kind of is coming and it can helpful to society. There will be anyway we are planning one session for that actually. So anything which you think should we get a. Yesterday I was seeing a Facebook post actually, simple post. One guy was claiming that to make this sugar, bones are used actually. Now this is the actually false news because the use of bones has stopped actually at 50 years back. Now anybody can come and say, okay, I have this idea. I have prepared 20-minute speech, or I have some awareness campaign, and you can run on my Y4D platform. We will support you fully, but you need to do some hard work. Actually, it's not something you will come with idea. Okay, this is my idea. I give a PPT to you and go ahead and implement. So that will not going to work. So this is your platform, and that's why we are saying we are a youth platform. Actually, we are nothing more than that. And that's why when we register as a Y4D foundation and not Youth for Development, Youth for Democracy Foundation, because we don't want to get tagged with something. We are a platform. You come ahead, you work as a volunteer here, you own this activity, and you run as per your wish actually. If you want some resources, obviously we will try to help on resources side. It depends on our capacity also, how much resources we have. But we know a lot of people in this room. They are very talented actually. They can help you on technology. They can help you on connects. They are running some successful companies. So you in introduction, you have seen there are a lot of good people in this room also and outside this room also, which are in our connects. So we can use them, and as a youth, we can take the activities. So that was the clear-cut motto for the Y4D. So setting up this NGO Y4D and taking the initiatives. And in future also, Y4D will serve as a platform. And that's why we are serving up as a platform for this Young Thinkers event. Now, what is this Young Thinker series? Second question will come. So many time on Facebook, Twitter, or in our discussion also, we create that TV debates are not very actually what?
Yeah.
No, yeah, we can say productive, but more than it's not. It's negative, productive, but they are not on the line what youth want actually, or what current scenario of nation. And if you see that why that is happening on your media debates, any debates, why you see the people who are representing there. Now I will get nothing to offend to anybody, but I will just give one example of one person. There is a Mr. Kumar Ketkar who represents Maharashtra actually. Now nothing wrong actually, it's good. But see his age. When he was active actually in Maharashtra or even on ground, that time there was no open markets. Okay, there was no IT revolution, nothing. Now maybe this guy has the all positive intention. Can he represent youth? No. Because we know what is going in market. What is the new we are most of the here IT, so IT problem we can represent. Now even see the farmer suicide cases actually. If you see all the analysis, that analysis of 1960s actually. And if you study all the countries, worldwide countries, they are in production, they are 10 times more than us. But these points we know, a lot of you also know, we read the foreign papers, everything. But then why we don't go and present actually ourselves? Because there is no platform again. We like tweets, when I see the tweets, I am surprised that there is so much knowledge between youth actually. There are so much knowledge, they dig so much data. On Facebook post also, there are a lot of knowledge in that actually. There are a lot of new direction. But there is no platform, and we always cry, okay, there is no platform, there is no platform. But question is why we don't start that platform. And then we thought, okay, we are now volunteer, we are NGO, why we don't take the initiative? We are the people who will talk actually. So we thought, let's start with the Young Thinker series. And what will be the concept? Every second weekend we'll keep, right now we are saying every second weekend, so every second weekend we'll keep this Young Thinker series as an event. Between 5 to 6 hours, we can change time. This is the inaugural session. So we'll keep this series. We'll select two speakers actually. We'll talk for 20 minutes. And then there will be 10 minutes Q&A session. Now, when we say Q&A session, so 20 minutes we'll hear that person on any topics. Again, this topic need to be related to something to society actually, or nation, or some positive direction we can go in actually. There can be industrial revolution, there can be IT revolution, farmer society, anything which you think is you are studying or you are capable of presenting, you can present actually that topic. So that will be like 20 minutes you can present, and then 10-minute session will be for feedback and question answer. Now why we are keeping 50% time for question and answer and feedback? So that we are now shaping the young intellectual. So if there are some, because there can be problem in communication of the person, there can be his ideas may be good but not implementable in India or in our society. So there can be 100 of problems, and that's why we are giving the 10-minute critical feedback, so that that person learns, and everyone learn that topic actually. We can go ahead if that we can motivate that person if he's like a new kind of like me or you, very new. If it's a kind of Abhijit kind of person, he's already set up there actually. So what we are learning from him. So there will be two-way process. One, we learn from him how to present our ideas, how to present our views in the public platform. That is for us. And if we are like me presenting or Girish is presenting, so it is for again for the presenter to learn how to present, or what are the mistakes he is doing, what are the topics he should cover. So that's a way in the 20 minutes when he present the idea, the 10 minutes he will get the feedback. So later on, so tomorrow if you go and present in some public platform, or he writes some blogs, he take that feedback in consideration basically, so that his we can say complete his persona will get shaped as a new intellectual, so that down the line after 5 years we will not creep that debates are not productive, but we are someone among us who is giving the real data, real facts, what is the applicable to current society, not something 20 years old, 50 years old. And that's why we started this series basically. So what we are expecting, first you volunteer to spreading the word. Now we are doing the Google Hangouts, so somebody can come up with the idea like, can we done the live webcast kind of thing. So that type of you can help us. Second, you can help in connecting the thinkers which you think should go ahead actually. They are doing something, they have the good ideas, but you think he should get a bigger platform. We can present him actually. So that can be second thing. Third thing, you can present the topics actually. And that will be most important, because I know a lot of people write very good blogs actually in Marathi, Hindi, English. So you can present in any language. Don't present in Telugu or something, because we will need then translators here. But Marathi, Hindi or English, we can keep the translator. Marathi, if you present, we keep a translator for you. So you can present in any language. So come ahead in 20 minutes, present your ideas, and 10 minutes people will give you feedback. So that's where we are planning to shape this Young Thinker series. And if everything goes positive, we are planning a big event where we can call bigger like personalities. Some half of the people will be from this group actually who presented their ideas, and half of the groups we can call like some big celebrities kind of people. And then we create a mix and match and launch a big event, so that we are creating impact and we are not just get impacted by the ideas and debates we are hearing. So that's all about Young Thinkers. So I think I have taken my 20 minutes. So now you have the 5 minutes for question and answer session. I don't want to do 10 minutes actually. So anybody have any question? Or you can put in feedbacks. Not necessary you ask me.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Like in the past you did various activities. So are you not going to repeat or take those kind of activities in the future? I mean, past activities were mostly for making some kind of things, depending upon our own ideology.
Yeah.
But now it's the time to implement those things on the actual ground.
Yeah.
So what is the plan? Can we take such activities?
His concern is that are you going to reroute, channelize all of your Y4D energy into Young Thinker series only? This is just one offshoot, and then those events you will keep taking up as and when they come. For example, now this next month, there is a next year, I think there is a PMC election, right? Right? So will you do the voter registration drive?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Or you stop doing those things? That's what his question.
No. So we will not stop doing all those things actually. So this is the one of the event. So when I say Y4D is a platform, we said, is there a team who will conduct this activity? Okay. Now we will be support base for them. So there is a team we will introduce in the end. Actually, they are going to own this activity. They will continue with this activity. We'll form another team which will again like voter registration kind of thing, or like campaigning for. We are planning one smart city campaign. But again, all our initiatives will depend how much resources we have and how many people want to participate. Like smart city, there are a lot of people. They suggested us, okay, you launch like a smart Pune kind of thing, and where you get the feedback, then you combine the feedback and present to the state government or center government. So that kind of activities we can do if we have the resources, like right kind of talent. Because just taking feedback is not going to help us, because if I don't have talent which analyze that data, but if there is a people like I know Shekharji, they are going to help us. Okay, analyzing that data, we can take that initiative actually.
Even if I add to this, if what I understand, because I have been associated with Praful for some time, or Shiva. So Shiv, so what? As you know, these people are doing multiple activities, and there are multiple banners under which they do it. And many times what happens was that after that activity fizzles out, the banner is lost, that recognition is lost. Now, many of these can be actually combined under the banner of Y4D. Right. You know, so Y4D getting into voter registrations, Y4D getting into smart city or draw. So it will be a more of a platform or a banner which can have multiple dimensions to it, which and the groups within this, under this forum, can take up those activities. So as a result of that, the brand gets consolidated by multiple activities.
So, but again, like, wherever you work, but the effort will not be a decentralized.
Yes. Yes.
Only,
Decentralized.
Y4D will do. You come up with idea, do something, use the name, and not even come up back with humne ye kiya, not required even. You just do at your end, use the name. So the multiple efforts in multiple places under this banner if required. If you have own banner, that's fine. We can do consulting, and also can use the resources. But again, so this banner is not only going to do something. All can do on their places.
But eventually it should converge.
Yeah. So we'll meet twice a year altogether.
Can I sum it in one sentence that Y4D plans to be an aggregator platform of all the social improvement phenomenon across the country?
Yeah, I don't know about country, but I think it has to be a social aggregator platform where we actually give a platform to any of the group he is interested in doing activity which
those who
can
are in need of a platform, they can come and use it.
Yeah.
Like there's an NGO called Seva Sevam helps different NGOs to conduct their activities.
Right.
They connect the NGOs like we can do on the other level.
They are into schools and corporate connections, right?
But the thing is that but anyone just cannot go ahead and should not able to use this name without actually getting a veto and consent from the yes.
Yeah. Any other questions? Because we need to.
I think
Yeah. So you can put in feedbacks actually, and we can reply on emails, or we can just sync up after this meeting.
Yeah, you have a blank sheet of paper where you can write down questions and all. We will be answering it at the end of the session. Thank you, Prabhuji, for the insight.
Yeah, thanks for.
Okay. We have next session would be by Dr. Abhay Jare. Abhay Jare is the State Vice President of Life Sciences Division at Persistent Systems. He has many awards to his honor. He was among the 3 Indians selected for bioinformatics course by UNESCO, and was the single Indian who was selected by the course in immunology by World Health Organization. He is also a member of Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, which consists of a 19-member team whose job is to examine the sanitation and the water quality and to check whether it can be scaled up to a sustainable level. So Dr. Jare would be giving us a speech about youth and innovation and the future of this nation. So Dr. Jare, I would like to continue with the.
It's going to be.
I don't know.
You need to start. लेकिन इसके ऊपर निकालना नहीं तो हाँ वो नीचे नहीं ये इसका है so there has to be a remote.
There has to be one more remote. Do you see another remote on the table?
इसी में नहीं है ना एक ही रिमोट में नहीं है ना डाउन वाला कुछ
अरे वो बंदे को पूछो
रिमोट होगा ना एक
छोटा सा
हाँ एक ये है ना
down and up. You might have a button to power it on first.
पावर ऑन नहीं
उसका लाइट नहीं दिख रहा है ना पावर ऑन तो
कहीं से स्कूल में कुछ
सारे बटन चालू है क्या?
हाँ पावर बंद होगा उसमें
हाँ चढ़ के पावर ऑन कर दो ना
नहीं ये नीचे से होगा उसको
ड्रैग नहीं कर सकते सीधा
नहीं
ठीक है ये दिख तो रहा है ना लाइट बंद कर देगा
नहीं उसको पावर ऑन
यार ऐसा
नहीं तो उसको पावर ही नहीं है ना यहाँ से है ये देखो ये जो है
नहीं तो उसका स्विच ऑन नहीं है ना
वो जो बीच वाला
हाँ पावर बीच वाला है पास ले जाओ चेयर पास ले जाओ वो इस वाले का
पावर ही नहीं
हाँ चलो हो जाओ आगे पास बढ़ाओ
वो रिमोट से नहीं हो रहा भैया
इसका ऑन नहीं है।
वो वहां से ऑन कर रहा है शायद।
हाँ
अभी आ गया।
अब रिमोट चलाओ। हाँ ठीक है चलो टेक्नोलॉजी नहीं कर लिया ऑलरेडी शेयर किया
सब हो गया था
वो शेयर।
हाँ
शेयर करो ना नीचे। हाँ ये ठीक है शेयर हो गया वो ये रुकना पड़ता है।
रुक गया सो बैठ के ही that's better.
Yeah.
So basically for last about 3.5 years, so basically for last 3.5 years, I have been working in area of innovations a lot, and especially we travel across India to scout innovations, to identify innovations done by Indians, youngsters. And that was the reason when Praful actually suggested me that whether we, as Y4D first session, we talk about the innovations done by Indians, for improving their life. And I actually got very excited about it. In next few slides, I know I have 20 minutes only. I can share with you some of the examples, some of the wow kind of examples about innovations done from Indians. And we can actually, that will help us give a lot of confidence on how scientifically and technologically our children or our kids can do. And it will give you some confidence that we as Indians, especially the younger generation or the coming generation, which is going to schools and colleges, are doing some phenomenal work. The first slide which I am showing is, again, it just endorses what Praful was saying. Some of our older people who cannot think beyond a particular point, and how they go ahead and just, when they were asked to do something without, and do it just without applying their brains, So are you aware from where I should have taken this slide? First photograph. I did it about 3.5 years back. No, yeah, I know Rajasthan is there. It's very obvious, right? So that's a no-brainer. But from where would I have taken this? So this is the photograph which actually I took from our official tourism website, okay, of Government of India, about 3.5 years back, which says Incredible India. Now, what's incredible in this? A woman walking for miles with a pot on her head, carrying water in a desert. Are we calling this as an incredible India? It's something of which we should be ashamed about, right? And this is the photograph which actually I took it from our official tourism website. Yeah? So that's where youngsters like us have to come and deliver a change. Okay. This is another 1890. The things have not changed much, right? We still see women or ladies in villages carrying on their head. Do you know, anyone of you have aware of this problem? We all drink tea, right? And if you have visited any of the chai bagans, tea gardens, still the methodology of picking up tea leaves has not changed. Just consider, so what these ladies do, they pick up the tea leaf and put it in the basket, which is there. Huh? Can you imagine doing it 1,000 times? Because every lady has to like few thousand kgs of these leaves on daily basis. So they end up doing this process 1,000 times. Just imagine, we all drink tea, but we have not come up with a solution for many of these day-to-day problems, with many of these people are facing. Same thing is here. If you look at, we all eat rice, right? But still, the plantation of paddy, which is done, has not changed for centuries. People have to wait or have to actually get into water, and they are in water for hours. As a result of which, what happens? Majority of the times, if you observe their feet, because they are there in water for hours, there is a lot of fungal infection which go, and they cannot treat it also. So the rice which we get is at the cost of legs of many of these farmers which are working. So what I am trying to say here by showing all these slides is that we Indians have to work on problems or challenges which will solve our problems. Many times what happens, we actually take technology from the Western world and try to implement here, and then we say that's the development. But many of the times, many of you are from engineering colleges, many of you are from technology institutions. We, during our colleges or during our education, don't take up problems which will actually help solve the problems on the ground, problem statements for which we can actually go ahead and design solutions for solving problems on the ground of our nation. And that's where, when we say Youth for Development, Y4D, I feel that it is my duty to actually put this thought in all of our mind, that we together as youngsters, as technologists, as progressive people should come together, identify the problems which actually haunt our nation, and try finding solutions for them. They can be in area of social sciences, they can be in area of technologies. Many of us are from technology. So if we have to contribute to our nation, how we will contribute? We will do what we can do best. And if we are technologists or technocrats, that's our domain, that's our skill set. And we should contribute through that skill set for our nation. And that was the reason I actually gave some of the slides. How many of you know actually Sheikh Jahangir? One. How many of you have seen Three Idiots? All right. And Amir Khan is with a lot of those innovations, right? Kareena Kapoor at the end actually driving that scooter, but nobody knows who is the actual designer of that scooter. And the person who actually made that scooter was Sheikh Jahangir, and he is from Jalgaon. Currently struggling a lot to actually meet his ends. His tools, his innovations were used by Amir Khan and other people in that movie. They got famous, they made money, but he got nothing. But he got very enthused by the response which he got from his nearby locality, and now he has actually started Rancho School of Innovation. But you know why he started this, or why he made this scooter mill? The reason for that was, in areas like Jalgaon, especially slums or the tribal people who are living there, they cannot afford to buy grains in big quantities. And if you have to go to normal mill, then they don't take grains which are half kgs or 250 grams or a kg. You have to have 5 kg, 10 kg, so that they can grind those and give them. So when he realized that was the problem, and because of this, many of these villagers or tribal people couldn't grind, or they have to actually grind it themselves. So he came up with this scooter, And he actually started taking this scooter from house to house in this area, in this tribal region, so that he can actually go ahead and grind their small quantum of greens. And that was the reason he went ahead with this. So he tried solving the problem which people were facing. Now he is, through his Rancho School of Innovation, is actually working with children who are living on payments and trying to use their energy for positive or their creativity to come up with positive innovations. And one of his, I think, kid now has been selected by Z for further mentoring. It's a fantastic innovation. Sorry. Same. Few other things, washing machine which he has made. Sheikh Jahangir from Maharashtra. How many of you know Crispin Lawrence? World's first self-navigating shoe. He's again a very good friend of mine. So he has come up with he was initially working for blind people. And it was very difficult for blind people to actually follow address. You know, if you have to go to a new place, how they can do. So he said, I will develop a shoe called a Rachel. He started working with his friend Abhishek. Now Abhishek is in MIT, but Crispian is going forward with this innovation. And they have actually come up with the first shoe which is self-navigating. So here, the concept is you actually go ahead and SMS an address to the shoe. You have to wear a shoe. Either tell the address verbally or SMS your address. And then the shoe takes you to the destination. You know? So it has inbuilt vibrators. So at a particular junction, if you have to turn right or turn left, then actually the shoe goes and vibrates at that direction. And it actually helps person to move in that direction. Fantastic, first of its kind innovation in India. Mishkin Ingavle, again a very good friend of mine. I don't know how many of you know about his innovation. You check and touch me. Again, a very young guy. So his parents are doctors, and they were working for travel. And when, as you know, all know that there is a lot of problem of malnutrition and anemia and other places, especially in village side and tribal population. It cannot be monitored. It cannot be actually, what we can say, done, go ahead and monitored in a big way. Because what, for example, anemia and things like that, what you need to do is go ahead, collect blood sample, then send it to the laboratory, wait for the results, and then actually start about the intervention. So his parents were facing the problem of turnaround. So he said that, let me try and do something. And he went ahead and designed Touch HB, which is first of its kind, non-invasive hemoglobin measuring meter. So what you need to do, usually when you are measuring hemoglobin, we all have done that, right? You prick finger, you take blood, and then here it's more of a small device which you put on your finger, and it can actually measure your hemoglobin. So it's a very, very revolutionary technology which he has come up with, and he is actually using spectrophotometric approach towards when he actually started building this device. So it's world's first non-invasive. Now there is another company in US who is trying to build that, but it has actually, this Touch B has gone actually into clinical trials now. And if the clinical trials prove, then they will get approval, which subsequently get into mass production. The another extremely innovative product which Mishkin has developed is UCheck. Again, we all have done urine testing in our life, right? So we have to go to pathological laboratory, give a sample of urine. Here, and that costs about 200, 250 rupees or 300 rupees minimum. Here he said whether I can completely get rid of the pathological laboratory. What he designed was a strip which can be used for urine analysis, something like our pregnancy detection, where you dip the stick and you can detect your pregnancy. So he used same principles, but what he did was that I will say, he said that I will measure all 13, 14 parameters of urine which are there. So you dip a stick, you take photograph either using your small Android phone or iPhone, and the app will give you all the readings of all urine parameters which are associated with it. So the cost of urine analysis has come down substantially. So initially, when it was about 300 rupees, now it has come to 7 or 8 rupees a strip. The only investment is you should have that smartphone, so normal Android smartphone. But then it's of great help to people, to geriatric population who are facing problems with kidneys and things like that, where they can just go ahead and monitor their urine on daily basis, like how you can monitor your diabetes or something. I mean, any of you have heard about Sushant? No? So Sushant, again, when he was in 8th standard, he actually went ahead and developed what he actually claims, or even government of India also claims, that world's first sensor which operates on breathing. Okay, so you can control anything just by breathing. Subsequently, that same principle was used by Arsh Dilbagi, which I will talk about. But he was in 8th standard when he did that, and he was once in hospital attending his relative at night, and he saw a paralytic person. Nurse was carrying that paralytic person, and he felt very bad about that paralytic. That person was facing severe paralysis, and he simply cannot move. And he started thinking about his life. It's really bad. So he said, I need to do something about how I can change or how I can help him improve his life. So he went ahead, developed this sensor, and subsequently used that sensor for developing this wheelchair, which can be navigated by breathing. So if you do, the chair goes straight. If you have to turn, then just tilt your head towards right or left, and it turns. Something very, again, groundbreaking. And he did it when he was in 8th standard, I think, and actually got President Award for that. Something, again, amazing. So same principle was subsequently used by Arsh Dilbagi. I don't know how many of you know Arsh Dilbagi. Any of you aware? Arsh Dilbagi this year. So Google actually selected him. Arsh was the only kid selected by Google from entire Asia for their final 10 innovation fair, which was there. So Google has an innovation fair competition where they go and scout innovators across globe, and the final is in US. So he was the only Asian selected. So you must be wondering what might be his innovation. So his innovation was also on similar principles, where he was trying to solve a problem of speech impaired. And what he has developed, so he's a 12th standard old kid right now. So he has just passed 12th standard. When he actually did his innovation, he was in 12th standard, Panipat. Again, we are quite good friends because I'm guiding him on some of these aspects. So he has developed a small instrument called as talk. It's a very small instrument where the breathing, or the rhythm of the breathing, is converted into speech. So for speaking, you just have to breathe in a particular rhythm. So Moore's law and things like that are there. So it can be easily actually adopted, and that instrument actually converts the rhythm into speech. It's a fantastic innovation. If you can just go to YouTube, you will see that. So now he has given TED Talks, and then he has been felicitated by Rolls-Royce and other people. But I don't know many of the people. I don't know how much our media is concerned about many of these positive stories. They don't have time for many of these positive stories. How many of you know about Imran Khan? So Imran Khan is again a pharmacist by training, but he now runs a foundation called as Save My Sisters. And that story actually started with our Nirbhaya gang rape, which happened in Delhi. And he really got disturbed. And he said, I need to do something to actually save my sister. So first he started that foundation, Save My Sister Foundation. And then, because again, as I was saying earlier, that how we can contribute is by doing taking up a project in which we have the skill set. And he said, as pharmacist, I should do something about it. So he went ahead and he developed this prototype of a steam bee ring. So if you see this ring, and now it has become a much more polished ring, and we have helped him getting some funding also. So it looks like a normal ring, but there is a jewel in that ring. And if you turn that jewel, a small micro syringe comes out of it. Okay, it's more like a James Bond kind of a ring. Okay, and below that jewel there is a small micro tank, and in that micro tank there is a chemical called as capsaicin. So capsaicin is usually an ingredient of red chili. Okay, but pure capsaicin or capsaicin in pure form is about 300-400 times more powerful than the red chili capsaicin. So if a lady is offended, what she has to do is to just turn the jewel and give a small punch. Because of that, what happens? The capsaicin gets released into the body of offender. And within 10 to 15 seconds, the entire body of that offender starts inflamming, like madhumakhi stinging actually. That effect is there for about 45 to 50 minutes. And after 50 minutes, the person is absolutely normal. So that 45-50 minutes should be enough for a lady to actually go ahead and escape. So this is another very good innovation which has done by another. I think I can go on and on and on, but what we can, I will just conclude by this innovation, because this innovation has come from Pune. Or I can say, tell you one more innovation. Ajay Kamath. I don't know how many of you again know about him. He's based out of Pune, and he has challenged the design of a diesel car and a petrol car, diesel engine and a petrol engine. So he said, why can't we have a one single engine which can handle all kinds of fuels? And he has went ahead and he has designed this revolutionary engine. Initially, he was running from pillar to post, actually trying to talk to many of our Indian companies. But because the innovation came from India, Indian companies were not pretty convinced. Now a company in Texas has bought him out completely. And now this, now I think we don't owe this technology anymore. Okay. Another very good innovation is, and I have just written about him, Siddhant Pai. I don't know how many of you from Pune. He's working with rack pickers. Any of you are aware about him? So MIT graduate, MIT postgraduate in MIT Massachusetts, not Pune MIT. And he started about 3 years back working with rack pickers in Pune. And what he does is that, because he felt that their life needs to be improved in some way. And when he started studying about how much a rack picker is getting on daily basis, it was really very pathetic, the amount of money which these people make. So he said, what can we do to improve their life? And because he's a technologist again, so he was studying the profile of waste which gets generated from. And he realized that there are a lot of PET bottles or these shampoo bottles or those kind of related bottles, which are available in tons. So he actually collaborated with these rack pickers. And now they have come up with a complete design where these PET bottles can be recycled and converted into filament, which can be used for 3D printing. So he has went ahead in Pune, I have, he's again a very good friend of mine. In Pune, they went ahead and designed a mobile 3D printer. So they have taken up a Omni, and that mobile 3D printer is there. For the filament which is used for this 3D printer is coming from our PMC's shed of where the garbage is dumped. So they have put that processing unit there, where these rack pickers separate the PET bottles of a particular category. Then those PET bottles are shredded and then melted, and then, that filament is created out of it. And that filament is pretty good. Means last year when we did inclusive innovation, last year in 2013 December, that was the biggest hit, and we got about 1.5 lakh people coming there actually. And Siddhant's 3D printer from that filament was the biggest hit, because you could see, and now he is getting a lot of orders, especially from schools for demoing, and probably they're exploring that it can be actually democratized, because that will bring cost of 3D printer down considerably. So many of these innovators may receive award, may not receive award, but they have actually started contributing in big way. National Innovation Foundation, which is Professor Anil Gupta, who is running that foundation, is actually championing few of the cases which I have shown already. But many of the cases, many of the innovations are pretty new, which we have went ahead and scouted. I don't know how many of you are aware that President Abdul Kalam actually gives, started when he was a president, President Medal for innovators, young innovators. Every year he gives out medals for the best innovator, and National Innovation Foundation helps him identify the innovator. But many times these innovators are not getting coverage which they should give, and people should be the kind of awareness or the fame or name and fame which many of these innovators should get. I will conclude by actually asking you a small question and maybe sharing that story with you. But do you know who is the youngest innovator who has got award from President? How old was that kid? Any idea? Any guesses? No? 5.5-year-old kid. So he is the youngest kid to get a President Award. Now you must be wondering, right?
He is named as some Google of India. Actually, he has very good memory of him.
No. He is that is Kautilya or something. That's a very different. So this, you must be curious, right? What might be his idea to actually get a President Award? The idea is cool, but the best part is it came from a 5.5-year-old. So you must have all seen the small kids walking with those shoes, which make noise. Pak, 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 pak. You must have all seen, right? So this 5.5-year-old kid actually asked his father that how this sound gets generated. And what father might have explained him, air comes from this side, there is a pressure or dabate ho, there is a whistle there, and it goes out from that side, right? It's a very simple principle which is there. But after 3 days, 3.5, I think 3 or 4 days, that boy came up with an idea that I don't know what was the actual verbatim,